What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is ASA Studio channel for music producers and photographers. Well, sorry for the long time posting, a lot of work popping up. Alright, so today we're going to be doing some retouching tutorial, and this is what we're going to be retouching, the beautiful model portrait you see on the screen. Alright, so yeah, we're using Photoshop and not any other software, but I thought of using Capture One. I think it's actually possible here also, just because of the things I want to do. So let me list out the things I want to do in the photo. First of all, I want to fix the exposure and also the background. I want to get rid of the lighting and also this side. So let's fix the exposure. I see she's a fair skin or a very light skin model. So to do that, let's go. I'm not going to use the exposure. Sometimes I do use the exposure and then I adjust the gamma, but that was then. But now we're going to do it another way. So camera raw filter, just the exposure with the camera raw filter. Alright, so here we are in camera raw filter. I'm not going to touch the white balance, like I said, exposure. So let's decrease this to get something like 0.8 is actually okay for us. And take note, don't take it too down so till you lost texture. So sometimes I do before and after to see if I've actually lost a lot of texture or a lot of color and brightness, highlight. So I'm going to take it up to 0.745 just when I start seeing details here, and you can see the difference between this and this. Alright, so now it actually darkens the air, so we can take it 0.8 and it actually darkens the air. So let's increase the shadows just like that, and I'm going to increase the blacks so as to get the same with the image, the brightness with the image. So 28 and 26, and this also just somewhere around 20. And I'm not going to touch the highlight, I'm just going to click on OK, and we have our image back the way it is. Alright, so this is it. Don't worry, we're gonna work on the brightness again and the highlight. So now let's make a selection, filter, select subject, and let's. Alright, so now that we make a selection, I'm just going to duplicate that, Control J to duplicate the selection, Control J, and we have that. And also let's create a color, solid color beneath the image, and then click OK. So I'm going to turn it off and double click on it, and let's select something like this, then click on OK, turn it off, and then we have something like this. Alright, so now that we have that, I'm just going to use part of it. In fact, this one, Control I, and then I'm going to take the paint brush to increase the size, and I'm just going to dab on it, change the foreground color to black instead, something like that. So you can actually just do it at your own convenience time. So I'm going to pause and fix it. Alright, so just you can see the difference, but there's a little thing I'm going to do. Let's go back to this, and then I'm going to hit X on the keyboard to bring some places back and make them look real. So we have this place like this. Let's bring some places back, turn on and off. So places like the hand, just gonna go to the mask, then bring somewhere like this back. Okay, and somewhere hands. Alright, we're just trying to make the pics look natural. trying to make the pic look natural. Let's see to see. Okay, so now I'm just gonna pop up the highlight this time around and just a little bit of the white, so as to get where we were, not to make the image look flat. And after that, let's give it a try by increasing the exposure again, but not too much this time around, just like so. And I'm going to go down and increase the texture and take the clarity back by 1 or 2, 4, and I'm going to take the vibrance up. Okay, so here I'm going to give it some contrast, so take this up and take this down, just like so. I'm going to turn it on and off and see before and after. Okay, that looks good. Okay, so now we'll go to the color mixer, and here I can see that the skin look orange, and I can, if you do some saturation, that doesn't look okay. I'm gonna take it back. Let's do why is my computer slow? Okay, so let's take it back. I want this uniform feel. I'm gonna increase the yellows so as to have that. Take the reds upwards, go to the U. My computer is coming slow. Bring in some yellows, take this back like greenish, take the red upwards to the yellow, and let's decrease the luminance of the orange, something like that. And I'm going to decrease the luminance of this one as well. So I guess there's no green. I'm just going to leave that for the moment and go to the calibration panel, and then because it's light skin, I'm going to take this all the way up, and I'm going to take this back to have something like this. And let's see a perfect spot for the greens. Wow, let's take it back and see how it looks. Nope. I'm going to take this one up to the place the red is. Take this one all the way back. I don't want it all the way back, so we can actually increase the reds too. Maybe bring it back a little, and that looks amazing to me. I'm gonna drop down this, and let's see our before and after. So not too much change. I'm gonna hit OK, and after that I'm gonna do one more last thing, which is color grade with the color balance. So let's go select the color balance, and I'll start with the highlight. So let's introduce some yellows and some red. Let's give some magenta, something like this. I'm gonna take the shadows and then increase the blues like this. We can also increase to the cyan. Let's say perfect spot for this one, so I'm gonna leave it -2. So for the midtones, magenta would do, not too much. Let's see a sweet spot for this one. Guess with the blues, yeah, with the blues. So this is how you're just going to find a sweet spot for it. I think -7 is actually good, and then I'm gonna hit OK. So let's see before and then after. So one last thing, the exposure. Go to the exposure and let's just increase the camera a little to make us stand out the more. Alright, so this is where we're going to stop for the edit, and we can see the before and after. Let's create a stamp visible layer, Ctrl Shift Alternate E, and we can see our before and after. Let's turn off everything, and this is our before, and then this is our after. How amazing it looks. So if you want to get more saturation on the lips, you can actually do that here in saturation, and go to the reds and give some saturation just like that, and you can see what's gonna happen. In fact, the mask, pick the brush tool and make it smaller. So I'm just gonna clean it on the eyes and the lips. Okay, X on the keyboard, that didn't show well, so something like that, and the lips. Alright, so you can decrease the opacity a little, like 50%, so you see the before and then the after. Alright, so if you learned something new, you can actually hit the like button and subscribe if you're new to the channel. If you want to get more, of the video we post, you can hit the like button and turn on the notification button to get notified whenever we post video. Thank you for watching. Once again, this is ASAS.